your dreams.
Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be taking a look at the monthly revenue chart. That's basically about it. Keep in mind that this chart does not keep tabs on PC clients and CN servers. It keeps tabs of iOS, Android, global, and JP. That's basically about it. If you don't know how to read this chart, I'll try to break it down. So on this side, we got July and August. This side is basically how much money they've made in July, and on the August side, it's basically how much money they either gained or lost. If it's green, they gained money or it stayed the same. And if it's red, that means they've lost money. So number one, we got Fate Grand Order JP. They went from 27 million to 55 million. And that's mostly because of this summer event that they've got going on. I know the summer event has pretty popular characters like Chloe and one of the fairy knights, so that's why the revenue for Fate Grand Order is absurdly high. Second place, we got Honkai Star Rail. It went from 41 million to 49 million, which is pretty interesting. The Kafka banner didn't make as much as I expected it would, but they still gained money regardless, so Honkai Star Rail doing excellent. I've seen some shit post about Star Rail being bad because Kafka's banner didn't sell well, but Star Rail's doing well, right? It's still doing fine. It's not going anywhere. It's doing fantastic. Genshin Impact, July 32 million and August 32 million. So nothing really changed with Genshin Impact. It's still ongoing. Obviously, it's top 3 in the revenue chart, even though it's made nothing, right? It basically stayed the same. So it's still in the top 3. Number 4, Uma Musume Pretty Derby. I know this is a horse game. I'm not surprised I'm not surprised it's doing well. I mean, it's a pretty, I don't know. I mean, I've never played the game, but I just know it's about horse racing, and I guess Japan really likes horse racing, especially when it has anime girls. So, I mean, yeah. Pretty Derby still doing great. Nikkei 15 million to 20 million. I know Nikkei is doing an Automir collab right now, so that's why it's going well. Blue Archive JP is also doing pretty well, 14 million to 19 million. Heaven Burns Red, 4 million in July and 16 million in August. I don't know what this game is. I think this is an action game. I don't think this game is on global. It's only in Japan, so pretty interesting. Summoner's War, they kind of took a small hit, 12 million to 9 million. Some Hatsune Miku game took a small hit as well. Memento Mori is still doing pretty good, 5 million to 7 million, which is pretty nice. Arknights JP kind of went down. They took a small hit, 8 million to 5 million. Epic 7 is still the same. It's still going pretty strong. Fate Grand Order Global lost quite a bit of money. I wonder if they're in their dead year right now. I know FGO had like a dead year at one point. I don't know if Global is there yet, or maybe they've already passed it, but they've lost quite a bit of money. Blue Archive Global lost a little bit of money. They only took a small hit. Arknights Global also took a small hit. They didn't really take that much damage. Princess Connect JP also took a small hit. Brown Dust 2 took a little small hit, 4 million to 1 million. Azure Lane JP is still ongoing pretty strong. Honkai Impact 3rd Global is still going pretty strong. Azure Lane is still going on strong. You know, these 3 games are basically hanging in, or these 2 games are still hanging in there. Danmachi Battle, that came out like days ago. I don't know if it has a global side. I think it's just JP only. I don't know. Snowbreak Containment Zone is still hanging in there. Tower of Fantasy also still hanging in there. Keep in mind that no PC client is recorded on these, so maybe the PC client is a little better. Hatsune Miike Global is just hanging in there, right? Nothing really changed. Eversoul took a pretty small hit. Ether Gazer is still hanging in there pretty well. JP Tact OP Symphony. I know this game came out like months ago. It's taken some hits. 3 million to 600. Well, no, that's a big that's a pretty big hit. I don't know what's going on with that game. Guardian Tales is still hanging in there. Oh, Danmachi does have a global. Okay, interesting. So yeah, Danmachi, you know, 500,000. It didn't really make that much on the global side. Paths to Nowhere took a small hit. It's still hanging in there. Counterside, still hanging in there. Punishing Gray Raven kind of took a small hit. I wonder what's going on with Punishing Gray Raven. I know people are probably saving for Bianca, so that's probably why it's not making that much. And we don't know how the PC client is doing, so the PC client could probably help it here. Same thing with JP at PGR. It's just hanging in there, kind of didn't really change much. Outer Plane took a relatively big hit, 700,000 to 300,000. We're basically almost to EOS territory here. Alchemy Stars, barely hanging on. Limbus Company took a pretty big hit, 900,000 to 209,000. I don't know what this game's about. Maybe I should check it out. Tact OP Symphony also took a pretty big hit, 1 million to 140,000. I don't know, like I said, I don't know what's going on with that game. I think it's a turn-based game. Girls Frontline. JP is it's hanging in there. It's hanging in there. Barely, but it's hanging in there. Alice Fiction, hanging in there. Newer Cloud. I do believe this is the same company for Girls Frontline, right? They are barely hanging in there. Archland, barely hanging in there. They took a pretty small hit. Or, yeah, small hit. Neural Cloud JP, small hit. Alchemy Stars, barely hanging in there. Artery Gear, hanging in there. And Higan Urethel is almost dead. Now, on my last channel, I did cover Higan Urethel, and I predicted that the game wasn't going to do well because the game was pretty pay to win. It was basically Blue Archive without the freebies, right? They were a pretty greedy company. You basically have to pull for character shards, and you know, it's a really bad game, right? I didn't like the game. It was pretty pay to win heavy. I didn't like it. So that's going to be the end of this video. Let me know what you guys think about the revenue chart, and I'll see you guys later.
Bye bye now. Come again soon.